Well, despite all the wind and rain, the irises have been knocked over, but I'm just going to leave them there for a while. But look what's happening around the pond. I mean, I've got cosmos coming up everywhere. That's going to give some colour. And it looks like I may have planted a tomato there. At first I thought it was a French marigold. I'm doubting it now. Definitely has the appearance of those. They've all picked up now, so the rain hasn't done them any harm. And I've got lots of other flowers coming up here that have survived. I mean, there's something's been eating away at this one, and no doubt it will continue eating away at it. But I've got some more colour and some more plants growing through, so looks like we're going to have some colour here very soon. It's good. Right, over here I met myself with a bit of a disaster this morning. I did say that the peas on this side had been surviving, but unfortunately that wasn't to remain thus. I have rescued them and pinned them up against the branch or the poles wherever possible, and I have put some more beans in. These are Scarlet Emperors. It looks like the Blue Lakes have taken a bashing from the slugs as well, so I haven't got any doubt that these will probably get hit in the next couple of days. Although the sweet corn coming on leaps and bounds, so that's good. Hey, everything in the greenhouse looks fine. Strawberries are starting to ripen now. Unfortunately, there were two lovely ripe strawberries on here, but somebody beat me to it. So it looks like the slugs have got in there first. Dead. So they've had it. So not quite yet any to pick, but there's an awful lot of them going to be ready this week. I'm looking forward to a bumper crop here. I'm just hoping I can beat the slugs and the birds. And if the slugs are getting there, they'll have no difficulty getting here. That's the downside. Still, we've got a few peas that have survived. I think I've got one Kelvedon Wonder and a couple of sugar snaps, but the purple podded peas would appear to have been devoured. As I say, my runner beans have taken a total hit, so I'm just hoping that these half a dozen plants that I put in today might take. I've still got a dozen or so at home that are only about an inch tall at the moment, so they're not going out just yet. Alright, let's have a quick look in the greenhouse. Oh, incidentally, I'm using my phone today because I only popped down to water the plants. Some more cosmos here, but I was leaving those in hoping for the Rudbeckia to come through, but as yet there's very little sign of any activity there, so we'll have to wait and see. Some of the new seedlings coming up from the carrots. Those are the seeds I scattered on them last week, same in that pot there. This one not doing any better than last time, so it looks like I need to put some more Chantenay in. I've watered and fed the tomatoes today. Plenty of trusses on these. Looks like I'm in for a good crop of tomatoes. Again, I wasn't quite sure what I had in here. I was absolutely convinced that they were marigolds, but it looks to me like these are definitely tomatoes. Pinch out some side shoots there. So it definitely seems as though I got more tomatoes than I can shake a stick to. Certainly enough for me. Plenty and plenty of side shoots, so we've got to get rid of those. That's not a side shoot, is it? Looks more like a truss. Leave that one. There's side shoots there and there, and again here. I might be pinching out side shoots of marigolds for all I know. I won't know until they've got some flowers on them. but they definitely look like the one I've got at the pond, and that to me is 100% looking like a tomato plant. My sunflowers are coming up again, although they seem to come and wither. I'll give them a little bit more water. They have been watered today, but they're still looking a bit dry. So have that again. These are being held back by being in small pots. So the Godesha I would like to put outside, but at the moment I haven't got anywhere to put them. And of course there's the whatever that is, L'Orealia fountain, whatever that is. It's bound to be something good. These are a nice variety of cosmos. They need to be going outside. A few more sweet corn plants coming on. Those beans have had it. Still no delphiniums, but my watermelon's got some sort of we'll take that one out. Yeah, we don't want that on there. Anybody identify what that is? Still, it was only on that one leaf, so I may have rescued that. That's gone. Soil's still moist. They're still doing well. Aha! Slug hiding underneath, look. You can go out of my greenhouse right now. I landed in the bucket, good. Can't have slugs coming into my greenhouse. That's not on. There's another one. Go. Oh, we're having fun with slugs today, aren't we? And look at that, a snail. Blimey. All these mollusks. You had it, mate. You're out of here. And I suppose there's going to be one under here. Yep. Seems that they seem to like these little pots. And that means there's probably one under here as well. Yep, there he is on the base. So, gotcha. Alright, and out you go. Again in the bucket. So there we go, that's what's been having all my crops. No sign of them in the beans though. I think they just got too dry. So, oh. What we have got in here is some wood lice. So I don't know if they're damaging the crops. I think they're more likely to be eating the cardboard modules. There we go. And they're ready to go out, so that's my next task when I come back here. Ground's way too wet today. It's been raining for the last 3 days. It's done these a world of good though. Spuds have come up really well. I'm definitely ready to crop my shallots, so I'll give that a go. Oops, I'm falling over here, sorry. And like I said, I got some cucumbers now. These are the burpless variety, the only ones that I can actually tolerate. And in there, I'd given up on those, but they're more tomatoes. I thought we'd had them. I've had the cosmos out of there. Everything's growing. Mind you, it's bound to when it's pissing down with rain, isn't it? Excuse my French. Ah, dear. Right. Well, that's it for today. The sun's out, but it's not a particularly lovely day, and forecast more rain later on. So we can only hope that it doesn't damage. Now, I was saying last time about gooseberries. I wasn't sure if I was going to get any this year. Well, I was just looking at somebody else's gooseberry plant along here, and it's full of fruit. I haven't even seen a flower on mine, so I've got a gut feeling I'm not going to see any fruit this year. Massive plant, but it definitely needs thinning out. But hopefully, if I trim it back, I might get a decent crop next year. Rhubarb shot up since we've had all that rain. I'm taking some home with me today to make a crumble with my Sunday dinner. And these potatoes here are now coming through. Again, all that lovely rain has been working wonders. So I'll be leaving them a few days and then topping them over. The weeds have definitely shot up. Look at the state of that path. So that's got to come down, and all those weeds have got to come off there because they're amongst my asparagus. Right. The lettuce I put in the other day seem to be surviving. I mean, the ones up the back here by the pallets would appear to have been devoured, but the brassicas I put in here got a very low survival rate. In fact, I can only see 1, 2, 3 out of about a dozen. So, and looking at the state of these leaves, it's slugs or snails. I'm loath to use slug pellets because of Marley. I don't want him eating anything that could be potentially dangerous to him. I've got 4 brassicas there. Spring onions are well established, as have beetroot. I mean, they're coming along lovely. These sunflowers are fine. As I forecast, the one at the front is gone. The ones in the greenhouse aren't yet big enough to put out, so they'll just have to wait a little while. I have got a couple that are 3 foot tall at home, but I'm just a bit loath to transport them in the car now. I'm sure if I do, I'll break them, so they're not going to be coming to the plot. Tomatoes have now established themselves quite well, but those marigolds I put in the middle to protect the tomatoes look as though they haven't protected themselves very well. They're all dead, all eaten. So I don't know, we seem to be fighting a losing battle with slugs here this year. I've got to find a solution, and as I say, it's got to be something that doesn't involve anything that would be potentially poisonous to animals. There we go. Shallots. These are looking fabulous, and we've got flowers on all of them, so there's definitely going to be a crop taken out of here. The ones on this side are marquees. The ones over there, I've forgotten what they're called now. Sarpomira. No, hang on, they're all Sarpomira there, beg your pardon. These are the marquees here. So we'll be getting a decent crop of those in about August, I should think. Plenty of boiling and roasting spuds there, and a good healthy crop of shallots here. So that's good, looking forward to that. Right, as I said, I'm going to call it a day. The rain's looming overhead, there's a nice heavy sky, little patches of blue, but they have forecast rain for later, so there's no point in staying and getting saturated again. One good thing about it is all that rain we had the other day has filled up my barrels. Even that one's full up. The one over there behind the doors is full up. So I need to get those moved soon so that I can get the rest of that bed planted there. So I haven't got a lot of space, so I need to maximise it. There we go, all gone. Thank you very much for watching, and bye for now.